Good morning. Happy Friday. Today with our phonics, we're doing pages 223 and 224, and we're going to be reviewing the prefixes re and un. So remember yesterday we talked about putting re in front of a base word, and if we put re in front of it, it means to do it again. If I put un in front of my base word, it makes the word say its opposite. So I can tie my shoes. The opposite of that is to untie my shoes. Or if I tied my shoes and they came untied, I would have to tie them again. I would retie my shoes. Okay? So let's look at our paper on the front. It looks like there's a little girl who is scribbling on somebody's homework. Uh-oh. Let's see what happened. Add re or un to the word beside each sentence. Use the new word to finish the sentence. Number 1. Last night, my baby sister blank my backpack. Let's look at the picture. Do you think she unpacked it or repacked it? It looks to me like she unpacked it. So for number 1, you're going to write on, and then the word in the purple box at the end of the sentence, packed, to make unpacked. And as you do this, you're going to be writing a story about what happened when the little girl unpacked her sister's backpack. All right, let's go down to the instructions in the middle of the page. Print one word that means the same as each pair of words. So number 7 says not cooked. Okay? You're using the base word cooked. Does not cooked mean uncooked or recooked? I hope you said uncooked. The opposite of cooked is uncooked. If it's not cooked, it is uncooked. Okay? Now, actually, I'm not going down to number 8. I'm going to jump over to number 11. Pay careful attention. We're doing 1, 7, 11. All right? So number 11 says to spell again. If I ask you to spell something again, am I asking you to respell it or unspell it? I hope you said respell. So for number 11, we're writing respell. So make sure you're just looking for your base word in that pair of words. All right, turn your papers over. And you're doing the same thing on the back that you did on the front. It's just set up a little bit differently. So let's read the instructions on the back. Add the prefix un or re to each underlined word. Print the new word on the line. So if you look at number 1, it says to read again. The other underlined word is read. If you're reading it again, will you reread it or unread it? I hope you said reread. Go ahead and write reread on the line in number 1. Okay. And I just realized I may not have given you enough time to write number 7 and 11 on the front, so I'm going to keep this up here for 1 more minute if you would like to do that. You may choose forward or backwards phonics, and I'll see you back here in a few minutes for math. All right, hi guys, we're back for math, pages 369 and 370, and we're looking at counting money, and I would like to review counting quarters. So let's everybody stand up, and we're going to count by 25s. Remember, a quarter is worth 25 cents. We're going to do it 4 times. Ready? 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay? And if you need help remembering that, it's also at the top of your page on the front, underneath the quarters, 25, 50, 75, 100. And if you flip your paper over on the back, it's also in that yellow box at the top of your page on the back, 25, 50, 75, 100. 100 is the same, 100 cents, if you count coins and you get to 100, it's the same as $1. So another way to count that, instead of saying 25, 50, 75, 100, I could say 25, 50, 75, $1. Okay? So 100 cents is $1. If you have 4 quarters, you have $1. All right? So let's go down and look over here and see what the boy is saying. He's holding up a dollar bill, and he says, I skip count to show $1. Now remember, skip counting is just a fancy way of saying we're not counting by ones. We might be counting by 2s, by 5s, by 10s, by 25s. When we're counting and we're not counting by ones, we're skip counting. Okay, and then under the picture of the dollar bill, it says $1 is worth 100 cents. $1 equals 100 cents. And this is a dollar sign. So you see there's an S with a line through it. That's a dollar sign. Sometimes you might see it with 2 lines through it. Those are both dollar signs. Okay? So let's look at number 1. It says skip count to show $1. Okay? Those are nickels. So remember, nickels are worth 5 cents. Nickels are 5. Dimes are 10 cents. Quarters are 25 cents. A penny is 1 cent. These are nickels. They're 5 cents, so we need to count by 5s. And they did that for us, but let's go ahead and count. And what sometimes can help you so you remember which ones to circle is as you count, you can put a little mark on it with your pencil. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And now you're just going to draw a box around all of the coins that you marked or that you counted, so you can trace the blue line. Okay? And number 2, you're going to do the same thing, but those are dimes. So instead of counting by 5s, you're going to count by, I hope you said 10s. Okay? Number 3, I do want you to do that. How many pennies equals $1? So write a sentence, blank pennies equals $1. Okay, so circle number 3 to remember to do your talk it over. All right, let's turn our papers over. You're doing the same thing on the back, but this time the value of the coins changes. So on the front, it was all nickels, it was all dimes. We're going to do number 4 together. So we're going to start counting by 25s. Remember, if you forget, it's right there in the yellow box. 25, 50. And now start counting our dimes by 10s. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So trace around that box. Okay. You're going to do 5 and 6 on your own the same way. Number 7. Dale has about $1 in coins in her purse. Circle Dale's purse. Now it says about $1. It doesn't say $1. It says about $1. So you're going to have to count up the amount in each purse. You can draw pictures or real coins, and you need to circle the number that is closer to $1, the one that is about $1. Okay? And number 8. Jason has 2 half-dollar coins. They don't make those anymore. You don't see them very often. But a half-dollar coin is half of $1, which is 50 cents. It's the same as 2 quarters. It says Jason has 2 half-dollar coins. So he has 2 half-dollar coins. He wants to trade his coins for quarters. How many quarters make a fair trade for 2 half-dollars? Well, look at the top. How many quarters do we have to count before we get to 50 cents? We have to count 2, 25, 50. So this 50-cent piece is the same as 2 quarters, right? This 50-cent piece is the same as 2 quarters. So how many quarters would he need if he was trading in 2 50-cent pieces for quarters? He would need 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. I want you to write that on the line in number 8. 4 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 2 half-dollars. So write a 4 on that line. All right, go ahead and finish this on your own, and we'll see you back in a few minutes for English. See you in a little while. All right, guys, we're back for English. Today we're going to do page 197, and let's see what it says. At the top, it says, show what you know. Complete each sentence with the correct homophone. Remember, homophones are words that sound the same, but they're spelled differently and they have different meanings. So let's read our homophones. Ready? 8, 8, no, no, meet, meet, 2, 2, 2, sail, sail, blue, blue. You're going to have to circle the correct homophone and print it on the line. If you don't remember, you can go back and look at the pages that we've already done and have the picture clues. And we'll do number 1 together. I will meet you at the corner. Whoops, I will blank you at the corner. And I already gave away the answer. It's meet. So let's find our words meet, meet. And I have to figure out which meet means I will meet you at the corner. Well, I remember the meat that you eat has the word eat in it, and I'm not going to eat you at the corner, so I need to circle the bottom one, meet. I will meet you at the corner. Circle the bottom meet and print it on the line. You're not going to use all of the words. You'll use all of the homophones, but for meet, for example, you're only going to use it once, but 2 you're going to use twice. So some of them most of them you'll only use once, but some of them you'll need to use more than one. All right? So good luck finishing this on your own. Remember, you can go back and look if you don't remember. And I'll see you back in a little while to look at our Hawaii papers. See ya. Okay, we're back. We're ready to talk about our Hawaii papers. We're looking at pages 6 and 7. At the top of page 6, it says read and then answer this question in a complete sentence. What is the state bird of Hawaii? Remember, it has to be a complete sentence. It has to begin with an uppercase letter, end with a lowercase letter. So you can tell me the state bird of Hawaii is, or blank is the state bird of Hawaii. Remember to use the words in your question to help you when you're writing your sentence. All right. So here's it is. You can listen or follow along or read it out loud with me if you would like. When we're finished, I want you to go back and read it again to yourself and then answer the question. Hibiscus. The hibiscus was chosen as the Hawaii state flower because it comes in many shapes and colors like the many different people of the islands. It is usually bright yellow. Some varieties grow 10 inches across. That's pretty big. That's about this big. That would be a beautiful, huge flower. Early Hawaiians ate hibiscus. to help their stomachs digest food. Okay, we're going to go across to the Hawaiian flag. The state flag was designed for King Kamehameha in the early 1800s. The British flag, shown in the upper left corner, was used to show the king's friendship with the British. The white, red, and blue stripes represent the 8 main islands of the Hawaiian chain. Okay, we're going to go down to the fish. The Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Ua Pua'a. It's a big name. Let's say it again. Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Ua Pua'a. The people of Hawaii voted to make the Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Ua Pua'a the state fish. The unusual name also became popular in songs and stories. It is also known as the pig-nosed triggerfish and makes a noise like the grunting of a small pig. And then the last picture is a nene. The nene goose is native to Hawaii and was chosen the state bird. It is also one of the many Hawaiian endangered species. In the late 50s, there were only 30 birds left in the wild. Today, they are raised and protected in special areas on Maui and the Big Island. Okay, so we have the hibiscus, which is the state flower. The Hawaiian, let's hold it up here so you can see it a little bit better. We have the hibiscus, which is the state flower. The Hawaiian flag, which has the British flag up in the corner. The Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Pua'a, which is the state fish, or we can call it the pig-nosed triggerfish. And we have the nene, which is the state bird. It's our Hawaiian goose. Okay, let's turn the page. And you'll see at the top there's another map. We have a couple of maps in here of the Hawaiian Islands. Those are the main Hawaiian islands. And we can read this one together on the screen. Ready? Hawaii. Surfboard riding over the waves is a popular sport among Hawaiian children and grown-ups. It was invented long ago by the kings and chieftains of Hawaii. Surfboarding requires skill and courage, but it comes easily to our island-dwelling citizens. And at the bottom, there's a picture of a person riding her surfboard. Okay, so I want you to read pages 6 and 7 again and answer the question at the top of the page up here on page 6. All right, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you on Monday. Bye, guys.